SMPR. It's an old giant Peloton. Chromoly running it as a single speed commuter, whatever. There is a navigate button on here. Plan new. Fucking stupid. Bugs. I think that's a good plan. Is the ground clearance is a bit of a problem, considering my skills are subpar. Hello, hello. Boop, boop. It should work now. Hello, hello. All right. It's working now. Boop, boop. It should work now. All right. Okay. SMPR. It's an old giant Peloton. Chromoly running it as a single speed commuter, whatever. There is a navigate button on here. Plan new. Fucking stupid. Bugs. I think it's a bug in. It's due to a bug in Moblin. Long story short, if you rename your stream, the mic settings retain that name, and they've lost that reference. So I had to. Anyway, it's too much. But too much to describe the bug now, but yeah. Hi. Yeah, I should have done. I was a bit too eager to get on the bike without testing everything. Let me check the framing. Yeah, we'll see how the service is going to be today because I've got only 2 sims. And I should get another sim by tomorrow, hopefully. But, yo, Fly, what's up? Heavens, if you're still around, hello, hello. I'm back with the sound now. Plug and pray, indeed. I set up the picture-in-picture with a GoPro. It's not as easy as DJI because I need to go to another app and whatnot to do that, so it's like another 2 clicks. You're in NL? In Amsterdam for a month? Let's go. I'll head over. I'm thinking of heading towards that area this weekend. Maybe we can meet up somewhere. What are you doing here? As in, I mean, that sounds odd. As in, are you just like hanging out, bopping around? Or are you here for something specific?
Ja, ik vind dat je gewoon...
Oi. Lady eating her ice cream. Seeing a couple of stages of the tour. Sweet.
Dit is gelukt.
Check it out, chat. Got so many flowers. Let's go left. Right. Nah, I didn't go on vacation. I mean, I kind of went on a vacation, you know, where I was mostly in the Portal. Month of June, I mostly spent the time spinning up like a silly little app. You can check it out. It's on the website catspaw.app, catspaw.app. And then it was mostly taking care of a bunch of stupid admin bullshit. That's an ongoing thing anyway, so some of it is done, some of it is pending. Yeah, I've been mostly in the portal, but I've been itching to get back to streaming because because the portal consumes a lot of time as well. So I'm like trying to manage my time. So that silly little thing is going to work only on your only if you're an iOS user. But I'm working on a bunch of other projects as well. Hopefully I can get them out in beta soon. But yeah, I'm not European enough to go on a vacation. Yeah, I mean, because my sleep has been in the gutter because I can't stop. I can't stop, quote unquote, prompting. But yeah, once you're in the portal and you're in some kind of a flow, everything else kind of disappears. So yeah. Well, we are back. Hopefully I keep up the momentum. I need to change the chain on this bike, but I put on a chain tensioner, so that's something. That's the only bike tinkering I've done in the last couple of months, really. Any weekday availability? Best way to get in touch would be I can share my details on Discord. I can send you a DM on Discord, but you'll have to join the Discord for that. Or you can send me an email. I'm fine with giving out my email on the live stream. I guess. Yeah, there's no Discord link. Bloody hell. I've been a bit out of touch with streaming, chat. A bit rusty. We'll have to find the link from my YouTube community posts, I guess. I don't know. You found the link? Cool. Yo, veggies, what's up? I'm back. I couldn't let summer slip away. So, too much streaming FOMO. Date on moving? Don't know yet. Things are still uncertain, but there's progress in terms of taking care of obligations out here. So once I close down the responsibilities and other obligations, then I can just be like, whatever, and then just go wherever. So, yeah. But there has been some progress. Hi. Link on Twitch is invalid. Yeah, that might have expired. We need to get the link from the YouTube community posts. I think that's the only one working now. I need to update that link. If you're in the mood to go to YouTube with the same name as my Twitch, and then you go to the community posts, and then there's a Discord link in there somewhere. Yeah, I've been writing a bunch, but not as much as I was 2 months ago. I've been mostly in the weeds with generative AI stuff and playing around with that. Thanks, Oxar. Appreciate it. I need to wipe off the rust. Even my power banks are not fully charged. Yeah. It's always time to grind though. Been mostly like picking up some like multitude of projects that were left halfway. Oi.
Right.
Full moon ride. Do I live stream it? You've been just enjoy. Didn't even. Yeah, it's like live streaming is the new Instagram or Strava or whatever. Did it even happen if you didn't stream it? But a full moon ride sounds pretty cool. Yeah, the live streaming pipeline needs to be there everywhere. From the shop, riding bird. Yeah. I'm not a huge fan of big groups, but once in a while I like being part of it because it's fun in its own way. Yeah, that sounds rad though. I used to stay at a campsite down the road here. Let's see if we can go in and check it out. Yeah, it's also kind of fun because at least the people I ride with in a group at times, I only meet them during those group rides. So it's like you're catching up from the point you left off when you met them last. So it's fun. Not even at the video. Yeah, I mean, live streaming is logistically a bit tricky to implement at scale, but I'm sure that they have the infrastructure in every form. This is the campsite chat. Let's go check it out. Hope they don't mind. Yeah, that's like the common kitchen area with various tents and stuff here. Hi. Yeah, this is the common kitchen area out here. And these are the restrooms out here, so no water, only compost. Teepee tents and stuff. Yeah, this is like a glamping spot. So you can't pitch your own tent, but you can rent these spots out. And yeah, this is the spot I stayed at. That's the spot I was at. Right. That's more like a bunk bed kind of thing. All right, let's get out of here. Yeah, this is a pretty cool spot. And apparently it's actually owned by a guy. He made, I don't know, a shit ton of money from back in the day doing whatever with computers. I don't quite remember the details. And then he and his wife bought the spot. That's what the volunteers told me. So you'll have kids who come to Europe come and volunteer here. I mean, kids as in mostly from the US or New Zealand or Australia or Germany, because those are the kids who are mostly backpacking and stuff. They would come out here, volunteer in exchange for a place to stay and food and stuff. Then I met a guy from Norway who apparently lives in India for like every couple of months in a year. And he basically just gets a stipend from the Norway military for his service or something. Anyway, that's that. You also tend to have like lots of the local Dutch skaters practice on these wide roads. I've seen them multiple times before. But yeah, anyway. I always recommend people to go to this spot rather than get an Airbnb or whatever if they're in town. Yeah, like rollerblades, because the Dutch have a pretty popular and strong ice skating team, both the women and the men. Yeah, the Dutch are super strong currently in track and field, especially the relay, 4x400 or 4x100, I can't remember. Also hockey. Yeah, but they've got pretty strong national teams across different sports. Yeah, lots of hockey tournaments happen in India as well, because hockey is a national game, field hockey, not ice hockey. So they travel to India, mostly in the northeast of India, or maybe even north. And of course, cyclists, that's a given. The whole women's, it's dominated by the Dutch women. Yeah, they're like super strong. Hi. European Olympics type? Nah, I don't think so. I think there's like a Euro champs or something maybe. I'm pretty sure something of that sort exists. And of course you have the classic football, because my neighbor came to me the other day to get some printouts for going and watching the local club match. Apparently his friend was playing. But the last month or so, I finally watched some of Hitch's live streams, and he was streaming in the sauna with his phones inside. Yeah, Hitch. His name is Trevor. Hi. And then also watched a couple of other streamers. Sarah and of course Terry stuff, and then Nippers, the one who's streaming with currently. Yeah. Got a sauna if you're in Finland. Yeah, I finally took a look at his like solar setup that you mentioned a couple of times. Yeah. quite the setup. I've been thinking of upgrading my wheels on the Kona River because I've been riding the stock ones for about like, I don't know, maybe 4 years now. I was like, maybe I'll just ride to Amersfoort. There's a bike shop there. And get a decent pair of wheels, but we'll see. But also my zipper on my frame bag is kind of finicky, so I need to get that fixed as well, because I don't want it to break in the middle of the trip. Yeah, I know, right? I haven't replaced the wheels. Maybe that's the first thing I should have done, but whatever. What the hell? Is this a sidewalk or a bike path? Kind of hard to tell. DD Swiss carbon wheels changed everything. Yeah, I'm hoping that's going to be the case for me as well. Yeah, I have like 2 major upgrades in mind. One is the wheels, and then I'm gonna do some Growtac mechanical mounts. So, yeah. For the brakes. Pretty calm out here, per usual. But even more so, because we are in the middle of nowhere. Are the stats working? I didn't connect my remote feed to check if the stats are working or not. Chateau. Maybe I can check. Okay, it's working. Yo, Jackson, how come I'm not seeing the YouTube? How come I'm not seeing the YouTube comments? I missed all the YouTube comments. Ah, there we go. Terry B live in Berlin, and yeah. Christian, hello, hello. Stupid thing. It doesn't pipe in the YouTube stuff once in a while. Stats are starting things. Yeah. Look at that ship. Hello, hello. Yeah, last I was watching Terry's stuff, it started raining. Everything's rusty. Yeah, it'll take me a couple of streams to get back on the hamster wheel. I've forgotten how to stream, chat. This is my first day back on the job in a while. Gotta cut me some slack. We had a great start to the stream with no audio. And now this. Jackson is like, I'm back. He's always like, I'm back. How many kilometers am I doing? I don't know. Until the portal calls me back. Yeah, at least the two sims are working. That's the reason I was a bit reluctant to run the other camera. I was like, I don't know, let me just get the other sim and then run that. So get ready for some picture-in-picture action. But I don't expect much from GoPro. You're or in a portal. Ah, yeah, that's true. This is the outside portal for me, but the inside portal for you. Face cam, oh yeah, it's definitely, I know how to do it. But I don't want to use my phone camera because it's not propped up at that angle. I don't like setting up my phone at that angle. I already tried it out with the GoPro as my second cam. So that's what I'm gonna do. It's just gonna be out here on the handlebars. But the GoPro heats up pretty fast, that's the problem. I've streamed with the GoPro for the longest time before. I don't know, maybe like a year and a half ago before I switched to the DJI. So I have two options. Either to just get another DJI because that'll simplify things for me, or just use the GoPro I have. Yeah, and also I don't put my iPhone, my chat phone is an Android phone. Mostly because I have an iPhone 13 mini and it's just too small to look at the chat and also manage everything. So it's always in my stem pouch. So in a way I don't have my production unit out. I like the form factor of the 13 mini because everything else is too big for my hand to operate one-handed. But yeah, for modeling it makes it kind of super cramped and I can't see anything properly. But yeah. Also, I need to figure out my extensions because, yeah, I don't want it to look ugly either. So I think I care too much about how things look in a way, or at least to my eye. So I need to figure out what I want to do. I'll probably run it underneath my quad lock mount. But currently I have a front light there, which I've super glued. So I don't know. Yeah, I just gotta tinker around and figure out what I want to do. Hotspot of the 15 Pro. Okay. Yeah, I hotspot off of my Android phones. I have a couple of them, and everything connects to one single Android phone. And also because since the Mini has a tiny battery, if I hotspot it to that, it's just gonna drain like crazy. And also I've had issues before with the DJI disconnecting frequently, so I switched everything to the Android. With all getting crazy with the mount, so yeah, full on production unit on the bike. Peak Design Man integrates the phone and the light bracket. Yeah, I've all of my stuff is quad lock, so it's like if I go to another mount, then I'll have to change everything. So I'm just gonna see what I can do with what I have. Otherwise I'll have to get some bits and bobs. Now I hate using Androids as well. I hate looking at an Android OS. It gives me a headache. But I only use the Android stuff for because I'm not reading the chat off of Moblin. I'm reading the chat off of another app. And I only have one 5G iOS phone. Yeah, I don't have multiple iOS phones, so. But yeah, this has worked out. This has worked out just fine there, because yeah, even this phone, bloody, you go to any of the Google stuff, it'll be like, do you want me to do this? Do you want me to do that? It's the user experience in Android is the best. And I'm not even joking when I say that I get a headache if I spend more than like 20 minutes with whatever version of Android is on there. Can't switch now. Yeah. Yeah, but iPhone is fine if you have like less than or equal to 4 connections, you're just fine. But I'm not quite sure what exactly was causing the issues before. I can't remember. Yeah, I think the issue was my cam failing to reconnect to the hotspot on my iPhone, but with my Android as a hotspot, I don't have that issue. But whatever. But I know. I mean, whole of Asia is Android, and sometimes when I need to help my parents out with something or whatever, I'm like, I don't bloody know where the setting is on that Android phone. So I always tell them, just click a bunch of buttons, you'll figure it out. Either they do it or don't do it. Yeah, just button smash. My my guidance is always, think like a kid, because the kid's pressing buttons and they eventually figure it out. Just put yourself in the mindset of a kid and start tapping stuff. Phones are always annoying. Yeah. I hate using iPads. I don't know. Especially the big iPads. Hey. Because my computer is a 13-inch. And the iPad is also, 13 point something. When the screens get too big, I find it hard to kind of navigate properly. But I like the form factor of the tiny iPad. But I personally have no use for an iPad. Or any tablet per se, not just an iPad. But people seem to be super into tablets and iPads and stuff. Come on. Bunch of bugs around. Great for watching streams in bed at night. Yeah. Yeah, they have very specific use cases. iPad mini I can get on board with. Yeah, I think I like smaller form factor electronics. Yeah, but I also kind of really like the kind of tools wherein they do one job in your life and that's what you use it for. I think there is a bit of novelty attached to it, so that's nice. The computer at home. Yeah, that's what I don't understand, right? Like, it's not like there's much of a difference between a MacBook Air and an iPad with an extra keyboard. But also I'm looking at it from my perspective of workflow and stuff. Especially if it's a MacBook Air. This works even without updates. Yeah, that's true. The worst ones are really, you buy a piece of hardware and it won't work without you downloading your bloody app. That's the most frustrating thing. Oh man, the last camping session. So one of my friends, he wanted to try out his camping setup because he left for like a Euro tour on his bike. So we didn't do much riding. We just went to a campsite mostly so that he could test out his gear. And then we got to the campsite. So I called the lady like 10 minutes before we were arriving. I was like, hey, can we come on over? Are there spots or whatever? She was like, yeah, there are many spots. We go there, no one was at the reception, whatever. So we just set up our tents. There were like only big tents and caravans there, mostly older people. Set up the tent, whatever. Morning rolled around. We packed up our stuff, went to the reception again. There's no one again. We were like, all right then, I guess we just leave. And yeah, so this was the first time I've not paid for a campsite in the Netherlands. Yeah, and I mean, we did call her multiple times as well. No one was picking up. So I don't know. Oh, there is a gravel path here. Yeah, and then we basically left and saved money worth 2 lunches. It was a good campsite though. You didn't even have to pay extra for a shower, because some campsites you gotta put in a coin. Yeah, new definition. Of wild camping. There is the beach. And also, no conductors checked for a ticket. We saved a ton of money there. That was crazy. And then on the way back, we didn't buy the bike tickets. We were like, all right, we got the train tickets, but we didn't get the bike tickets. You're like, all right, if the conductor is gonna come, we'll keep an eye out, and then press the pay button. And then he started coming towards us. And we were like, oh shit. But yeah, and then we paid for the bike. But yeah, bike and train ticket, that's like $30 one way. Yeah, during the summers many people take a dip. During the winters it'll be pretty cold. But I've never gotten in, so I don't know. But I've seen other people do it. just a huge parking lot. The results are amazing. I'm always hesitant with cold. I would do, if I were given an option of a sauna and a cold plunge, I would do the sauna. And I was listening to some podcast as well. It's a bit different for women and men apparently as well. But yeah, I like but the cold water shock is kind of nice. Only dunk your legs. Yeah, during what was I about to say? Yeah, I used to do like cold showers in between sauna sessions, but I don't do those anymore. I don't know. I don't quite enjoy it. So I basically just do my face and extremities and stuff. But yeah, some people just like go wild with the whole cold water thing. My excuse is always genetics. I'm like, yeah, genetically I'm more susceptible to cold. But I do fare well in the heat. So warm. I think it's ultra. Can't do heat at all. Yeah. I can stay in my heat bubble. She loves the heat. 80. Oh yeah, I've heard like so many stories of people, like if you're sleeping with your spouse or partner or whatever, that it's always a battle of setting the room temperature. And of course, that's the reason you have a market for smart mattresses. Your side could be colder than your partner's side. Get our mattress. Temperature. Yeah. I can deal with the heat, but I don't like humidity. It gets pretty humid here. If there's no, if it gets pretty hot. Like it's, I don't know, it's maybe 20 something now, but there's a breeze, so it's pretty chill. Summer just feels like you're, yeah, dry heat. We're back to the viewing spot. Let's see if we can. Let's go to the bird viewing spot. Yeah, it's pretty humid. Maybe I can show it with my phone. This is a chain tensioner I'm running. Kind of helps, but it's noisy there. Kind of windy out here. Yeah, the yellow is pretty cool on that bike. Jimmy Hudo Harm. Don't know what that means, but we gotta go this way now. Yeah, this is a bird spotting spot. Yeah, it was like so bloody hot and humid. But sometimes there's a breeze, so you get like that's a bit of respite. This is like a classic path for roadies. 37. Oh yeah, I think it hit about like 33 to 36 when we were out, but it wasn't 36 for long though. But my friend was pretty cooked. I kept saying, oh, it's not that bad, right? And he was like, what? But I had to take like a 2-hour time out once I came back. Lots of pinks and lots of yellows around. Just go riding. But that's what sensible people do. If only I had the sense, I would do that. You think I have the sense, Oxar? Heat training. I know, right? I start when everything is against us. Right. I always mean to start around like 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, but then I keep dragging it, and then I'm just gonna fix this one thing, or I'm just gonna do this one thing, or I'm just gonna clean this other thing, and then it's like 5:30 or 6 o'clock. Check that out. Speaking of fat bikes, I think Enschede has banned fat bikes from the city center. I think they just passed a law recently, but they don't quite know how they're going to enforce it. But no fat bikes in the city center. They want to try, but it doesn't hold up. Oh, I thought they already passed the law. My bad. That was wishful thinking. Specific class of fat bikes. Yeah, they should just be banned on the assertion that they're ugly. That's good enough. All right. Yeah. Oi. Oh shit, I think I just rolled on a butterfly. Yeah, they're just the worst. The cows are hanging out in the grass. I need to find my tiny DeWalt speaker. I don't know where it disappeared. Just odd that I can't find it. Did I drop it somewhere? Who knows? What is that? Oh, that's a bird. I thought it was some kind of an animal. I was like, what? There are cows over there. Yeah, they should all be banned. They should all be banned from riding those. Look at this guy. He's looking over here. Hey, cow. They're looking at us, chat. The cows are looking at us. Check that out. This guy over there. This guy was looking at us.
Heel sterk is. Het is heel moeilijk om te trainen op explosiviteit.
Yeah. All those fat bikers should be banned. No stampede today. Yeah, they're chilling out. They're not too interested in coming over. Feed, sir. Hey. Pretty windy. Windy, windy, windy. Yeah. Only they know what they're doing. I don't understand why they have their phones out all the time. And one of the main reasonings for banning them in the city center is that they're causing too much ruckus. They're causing too many accidents and such. Nah, I mean, that's the whole thing. It's because they don't fall into either categories. That's the reason no laws have been put in place yet. But the general sentiment is that most people have gotten tired of these stupid fat bikers. No one likes them. That was a good chamber. Let's go into the city center and see what's up. There are no specific rules for fat bikes, right? That's part of the problem. There shouldn't have to be. They should just ride with the traffic. That's what should happen. And the thing is, if the people riding them were actually sensible and did stuff and didn't do stupid shit, I don't think anyone would have a problem with that specifically. But those are not the kinds of people who ride fat bikes. Sheep! Lots of sheep around. Not really lots, but some. That would be a good look. gonna change the audio to that. I got some berry Red Bull in my bottle today. Mixed in with water. I need to get some electrolyte tabs out of them. This whole path over here looks, the path to my right looks so different in the winter because there's like no grass at all. And you can actually see the path from down here. It's all overgrown stuff now. According to the portal. I think the students are on a summer break. Is it summer break now? Because the city center seems to be full these days. Like your garden. Yeah. Super overgrown stuff. At least this side the sheep are eating it. One of them is like, stop mocking me. Yeah, most of the sheep here have their tails intact. They're the wild sheep with their tails intact. School holidays are starting up north. Okay. Do, 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 do. Hi.
Hey.
Vandal route. Groningen. Smells like a chemical out here. Someone cooking with chemicals. I think it's that plant, some kind of a plant there, some kind of a factory unit. Maybe they're cooking something there. Speaking of cooking, what's everyone's dinner / lunch?
Het uitgangsleten.
The guy didn't want to say hi. Kapsalon post salads. Nice. Kapsalon. Pallet winkle. No wonder it's full of pallets. Yeah, I've been mostly eating skyr and tinned canned fish. Oh, yeah, the classics. Lots of runners around today. Yeah. Pow, 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 pow. They all come out when the weather is kind of nice. Out of the woodworks. Meow. All these cats look pretty majestic because they're always like hiding in these overgrown grass patches. They look pretty cool with the flowers around them. Some kind of a party is going on. Should we join them? I think it's a barbecue something. But it could be like a only for the people in the building or something. Training for the 4-day marches. Oh yeah, they're coming up next week. Hi. Coming up, coming up, coming up. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Why is everyone parking here? A bit weird. Someone's cooking here for real. I can smell the food. $50,000 people. Well, that's a huge number of people. I think it's like various distances, right? I would assume so. Let's go through the new tunnel. This is the new bike path that they've been working on for ages. Do 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 do. 30, 40, 50. Oh yeah, full-on marathon walking. Yeah, that's the new park that connects that station area to the actual park here. It's kind of nice. I mean, they've just planted flowers and stuff. Just gonna keep riding. Just gonna keep riding. Let's go! Green light! Buddy, hold up. Hi. Everybody. A purple car. I've not seen many purple cars around. Something. That is something. Curry me. Curry me. All right. Curry me. Look at these dogs. I'm also seeing lots of people on their motorbikes who are touring. Always watch out for the purple cars. Yeah. Yeah, but at least the guy gave me a head nod. He was like, gave me a head nod from inside. King Donor 50. Wonder how they came up with the name. King Donor 50. Go around in circles. Got a Brummy. Got a Brompton. We got a bunch of fat bikes here. These fat bikers are always wearing puffy coats in the middle of the summer as well. We got a dance show. Got a bunch of people dancing. Got a bunch of people dancing. We got a roller skater skating. Got a bunch of people taking pictures. Head nodding driver that didn't yield. Yeah. Alright, it's just too busy out here. Little doggo.
Dat ze er niet in kunnen.
Okay, let's go straight. I mostly have a route with me, but today is just a free ride. But most of the time, if it's out of the town, I have a route. But today we've been mostly inside the town for the most part.
Kijk, we praten misschien allemaal goed.
Today is a warm-up day, so no, nothing major. Come on. Come on, lady. A running club. Let's go! Let's go to the park. And see what everyone is up to. Nay. Yeah. Everyone's out as well.
Kijk, Annetje is een hele...
A lot of grilling going on here in the park. Let's see if I can get the shot. Over here, another grilling session. Should I go join them, chat? Gonna invite myself. I should just invite myself. Yeah, it's always busy in this park. We got the running stretches. But yeah, the grilling smelled pretty inviting.
again. Let that come on, baby.
Just do a drive-by. But they're all in the grass. So it's like I have to go to them. And just be like, hey, that smells pretty good. And then wait for them to invite me. Let's wait by this dog. Hi. Check out this pigeon. This whole thing is full of shit. Pigeon. Pigeon taking flight. See the replay? Yeah, there's always a tiny bit of lag. All right. Have a good lunch. Hopefully. If not today, you'll see me tomorrow. The wooden oven pizza guy is here. Bop, 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 bop. What the hell, dude? Gallery. Yeah, lots of people out and about. All right, let's go here. Fashion. The canoe guys are doing it. These guys with the fishing lines, crazy. I'm gonna go ask them if they found any fish. Check out this car. Did you catch any fish today?
No, we're gonna start.
You're gonna start now? All right, good luck.
Stay.
Fish gang, yeah. These are the kind of kids that are nice in general. Fish gang. Wait.
Ja, oké bro.
Maar dat is the dog isn't listening to the owner. Come on, dude. Where do you want me to go? Flonk Hotels. Flonk. Protecting people against angry trees. Yeah, I think most of them are like, if there's heavy wind, they're being uprooted, I suppose. Don't know, but I've seen lots of fallen trees in the woods lately. The root network isn't as strong. They need more water. Yeah. Let's go to the factory land. That's what is up ahead. Just factories on the outskirts of the city. Yeah, that was a classic car. feet route. But my water tastes like soap. Looks like I didn't wash my bottle thoroughly. Ik ben. Do 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 do. Okay, should we go left or right? The blue bottle is empty, so I like to have the bottle in use on the down tube. So blue bottle is empty, so its position is shifted to the C tube. Look at this doggo. Man, his fender is like rubbing his back tire. That bridge is pretty low. Pretty sure tall people would bump their heads on it. horses. I think I've been here before, I can't recall when. What has it stopped charging? What the hell, chat? What's going on? Come on. Oh, we're at 0%. Okay. The phone's gonna die, chat. We have a bit of a leeway. I had only 30% when I started in my power bank. It's all drained out now. So it's gonna be back to the city. How much does my other phone have? Okay, not too bad. But it's gonna drain pretty fast. Yeah. I'll stream from the portal. Yeah, this is kind of like, oh yeah, I'm going to sleep, but I still have 10% left on my computer. Still has 10% left, so I can't go to sleep. Why are they going this way when there's a when there's a bike path this way? They just wanna do it. I'm running beta software on everything now, so everything is kind of glitchy. But YOLO! I confused the lady. She was like, what the fuck? Paid beta. Yeah. But this is like the OS of Mac OS and iOS. So I mean, yeah. It's expected to be a bit glitchy, but sometimes it's not being responsive at all. But also, the computer is lagging. That's the reason I can't even run OBS on any of my devices anymore. They're just not. They just basically freak out. And I don't want to get a PC right now until I figure out what the hell or where the hell I'm gonna be staying. Come on, lady, you saw me going. Or maybe it was my fault. Yeah, and speaking of paid beta, many people are complaining about how people are just releasing botched up stuff. Not even as a free service, but a paid service. Probably should have turned left there. Maybe not. Maybe it's time for another lap of the park. Deja vu. Let's go. They're playing drinking games. And you gotta down a can of beer and then spin around and start running. Yo, they're playing chess. Look at these chunky, tiny guy. Hold up. Ooh, hoo, 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 hoo. Ooh, hoo, 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 hoo. Going. This guy brought him like a huge net. Yeah, I still got a bunch. We're good. We're pretty close by anyway. Excuse me. Excuse. Okay. Okay. Another purple car? What the hell, Chad? You've seen 2 purple cars in one day, and I haven't seen one until today. Lavender. What, another deep purple car? What the hell? That's more like a bramble color. Lady, come on, lady. Don't you want to see who's coming from your left when you're turning left? Yeah, blurple everywhere. But some of them are not even blurple. They're straight up lavender. Come on. Got plenty of space on the sidewalk. Why are you walking in the middle of the bike lane? Doner pizza. Curry me. More pizza. Lots of people eating pizzas today. Must be. They don't look like tourists there. Alright, chat. We gotta cut the ride short due to battery concerns, but we're gonna be doing a Portal stream soon. Maybe I gotta freshen up and then get into the Portal zone and then hit the button and hit the live button. Thanks for hanging. Either see you in a bit or tomorrow. If I got a battery, yeah. I know, right? Alright, until then, peace out, chat.